Hey, have you ever stopped to notice what covers your windows? Window blinds are pretty much everywhere, in homes, schools, and offices. We use them every day, but honestly, we rarely think about how they work. Today, let's peek behind the curtains, or, well, the blinds, and discover what makes them tick. Window blinds are more than just decorations. They help control light, protect your privacy, and even keep your rooms cool or warm. Blinds can be made from a bunch of different materials like plastic, wood, metal, or fabric. Their clever design lets you decide exactly how much sunlight enters your room. Most of us just pull a cord or twist a wand, and our blinds do exactly what we want. But inside, there's actually a hidden world of simple machines at work. These parts all work together so quietly and smoothly that you hardly even notice them. So let's take a closer look at window blinds. We'll discover the types, the hidden mechanisms, and some tips for keeping them working perfectly. Window blinds come in several different types, each with its own look and way of working. The three most popular kinds are Venetian blinds, roller blinds, and vertical blinds. Each one has a special design and is suited for different rooms or needs. Venetian blinds have horizontal slats made of wood, metal, or plastic. These slats can tilt open or closed, letting in just the right amount of light. Some people really like Venetian blinds because they're easy to adjust and look modern. Roller blinds are, well, very simple. They're made from one piece of fabric that rolls up or down around a tube. To open the blind, you pull it down or use a spring or chain to roll it back up. Roller blinds are often used in bedrooms, kitchens, and offices because they can block out a lot of light. Vertical blinds have long vertical slats that hang down from a track at the top. These are perfect for large windows or sliding glass doors. Vertical blinds slide to the side and can also be tilted to control light and privacy. No matter which type you choose, they all use clever mechanisms to make your life easier and your home more comfortable. The headrail is that long, narrow box sitting right at the very top of most window blinds. You might not notice it, but it's kind of like the brain of the whole blind system. The headrail holds all the important moving parts that make the blinds go up, down, and tilt. Inside the headrail, there are several components, things like drums, pulleys, rods, and sometimes even gears. All of these work together to move the slats or raise and lower the blind. The headrail is usually made of metal or tough plastic to keep everything safe and sturdy. When you pull a cord or twist a wand, you're actually turning or pulling things inside the headrail. For Venetian or vertical blinds, the headrail controls both the tilting and the lifting of the slats. In roller blinds, the headrail is often just a tube that the fabric rolls around, with a spring or chain to help roll it up and down. Knowing how the headrail works helps you understand why blinds are so easy to use, and, why they sometimes need fixing. Have you ever wondered how window blind slats tilt to let in more or less light? The tilting mechanism is actually a really neat piece of engineering that hides inside the headrail. When you twist the wand or pull a cord, you activate this mechanism. In Venetian blinds, a tilt rod runs along the length of the headrail. Small gears or drums inside the headrail connect the rod to each slat. When you turn the wand, it rotates the tilt rod, which moves all the slats at once. This opens or closes the gaps between them, changing how much light comes into the room. For vertical blinds, tilting works a little differently. The vertical slats are attached to carriers that slide along a track. Twisting the wand or pulling a chain turns the carriers, making all the slats rotate in place. This gives you control over privacy and brightness with just a simple twist. The tilt mechanism is made to be smooth and easy, so you can adjust your blinds without much effort. If the slats ever stop moving together, it usually means something inside the headrail needs a little attention. Tilting is a small movement, but honestly, it makes a big difference in your room's comfort and mood. Raising and lowering your window blinds is just as important as tilting them. The lifting mechanism uses cords or rods, all hidden in the headrail, to make this happen. When you pull the cord or lift the bottom rail, you're setting a clever system in motion. In traditional Venetian blinds, cords run vertically through the slats and attach to the bottom rail. The cords loop over pulleys inside the headrail. When you pull on the cord, the pulleys turn and the cords lift the bottom of the blinds. A small locking device keeps the cords in place when you let go, so the blinds stay at the height you want. Roller blinds use a different trick. The fabric wraps around a tube, and a spring or chain helps unroll or roll it up. Some have a clutch mechanism, which lets you stop the blind at any position. This simple system is strong enough to handle even big blinds. For vertical blinds, the lifting motion is replaced by sliding. The slats move sideways across the window, guided by a cord or wand. You can open them fully, close them, or leave them halfway for just the right amount of light. Lifting mechanisms are tough, but can wear out over time. If your blinds get stuck, it's usually the cords or pulleys that need a quick fix. Today's window blinds are safer and easier to use than ever. Many new blinds are cordless or even motorized, solving problems like tangled cords and making them better for families with children or pets. Cordless blinds work with a spring-loaded system inside the headrail. You simply push or pull the bottom rail to move the blinds up or down. The spring holds the blinds in place at whatever height you choose. This design is much safer because there are no loose cords to worry about. Motorized blinds use small electric motors hidden in the headrail or roller tube. With the push of a button, a remote control, or even a smartphone app, you can raise, lower, or tilt the blinds. Some motorized blinds can even be programmed to open and close on a schedule, making life extra convenient. These modern blinds are great for hard-to-reach windows, large glass doors, or people with limited mobility. They also look neat and tidy since there are no cords hanging down. Cordless and motorized blinds are clever solutions that make window coverings safer, smarter, and more stylish. Installing window blinds is easier than you might think. Most blinds come with clear instructions and all the parts you need. You will need a tape measure, a drill, and a screwdriver. Measure your window carefully before buying blinds to make sure they fit perfectly. Start by attaching the brackets to the top of your window frame. Then, snap the headrail into the brackets. Finally, attach any cords, wands, or rods, and test the movement to make sure everything works smoothly. Roller blinds are even simpler. You just screw in the brackets and clip the roller tube in place. Sometimes blinds get stuck or won't move right. If the slats don't tilt, check for tangled cords or broken gears inside the headrail. If the blinds won't lift, the cords might be twisted or worn out. You can often fix these problems by removing the headrail and untangling or replacing the cords. For roller blinds, if the spring is too tight or loose, you can usually adjust it by rolling the blind up and down a few times. A little care goes a long way. Regular dusting and gentle cleaning will keep your blinds looking and working like new. Window blinds might look simple, but they are full of smart engineering. Every part, from the slats to the cords to the headrail, is carefully designed to work together. This clever design lets you control light and privacy with just a quick motion. The gears and pulleys inside the headrail are small but strong. They have to handle the weight of the slats, the pull of the cords, and the twist of the wand, all without jamming or breaking. Engineers use tough materials and test these parts to make sure they last for years. Modern blinds add even more technology. Cordless systems use strong springs that balance the weight of the blind. Motorized blinds use quiet motors and tiny electronics to move smoothly and safely. Even the brackets that hold up the blinds are designed to be easy to install and strong enough to last. When you adjust your blinds, you're using a tiny machine built just for you. It's a great example of how engineering makes life easier every day. Now you know the secret mechanisms that make window blinds work. Behind every set of blinds is a clever mix of simple machines and smart engineering. From tilting slats to smooth lifting, everything is designed to be easy, safe, and reliable. Window blinds come in many types: Venetian, roller, vertical, and each uses its own smart system. Modern cordless and motorized blinds make things even better, giving you more convenience and safety. With a little care and attention, your blinds will last for years and keep working smoothly. The next time you open or close your blinds, You'll know just how much thought went into every part. It's amazing how something so common can be so carefully made. Window blinds are a perfect example of everyday engineering that makes life brighter, one window at a time. So enjoy your window blinds and share your new knowledge with friends and family.